Hello, can you hear me? Oh, that kind of sounds funny. I might need a second to fix that. How's everybody doing this evening? We're here to discuss Married to Medicine and Real Housewives of Potomac. Okay, so this week is the final season of Married to Medicine, which is kind of odd to me because I'm like, Married to Medicine was more entertaining than Real Housewives of Potomac. I don't understand why they have more episodes than Married to Medicine. And I believe they have um more years than Real Housewives of Potomac. Like this season to me wasn't really giving anything. So we're gonna start off with Real Housewives of Potomac. Okay. So we had the lady still in what is it, the Dominican Republic. And let's see, they went golfing, which was really cute to me, right? Um, I like how the golf balls lit up when they hit the ball. Oh no. Oh no. Um, Let me pull up my notes really quick. Okay. So it goes back to Giselle crowning Naneka. Um, what's so funny to me is that she feels like Naneka is the new Grand Dame of Potomac, yet nobody is crowning Giselle to be the Grand Dame of Potomac, the Grand Dame of fashion, the Grand Dame of men. Nobody's giving her a ring. Nobody's giving her a promise ring. Nobody even wants her. To me, I mean, that's what I see on the show. She's the most beautiful woman on the show of Potomac, yet she can't find a man or claim to not want a man. Well, do you want to ride? I kind of do. Um, so I kind of find that funny that she wants to talk about who's the next grand dame in the group, yet she's not the grand dame of anyone or any in any field to me.
This is no crown. This is a crowning. How you like me now?
So she really thought she was digging at Karen, yet she just made herself look like a fool. Um, to me, I wouldn't call Giselle a friend because she continues to throw Karen under the bus. She continues to throw eggs at Karen whenever she gets a chance. She has there's occasions where she will commend Karen and like celebrate her day or try to be supportive, but every time Karen is going through something bad, she'll just like cause Karen more trauma, or there's more chaos between them. So, like I said last week, for Giselle to have for Giselle to have crowned Naneka Grand Dame of Potomac, she doesn't even know how to pronounce her name. Neka. I said, "Excuse me, you don't even know this woman." I have a feeling that next week she's not going to like. Let's say next week. No, next season she's not gonna like Naneka. They're gonna end up getting into it for some odd reason. But like I said, Giselle is not the grand dame of fashion. She's not the grand dame of wardrobe. She's not being crowned for best stylist. She's not given a ring to be somebody's next wife. The only thing that people are crowning her
It's
with
no crown.
is
It's
this,
the
boo boo.
Titanic. How you like me now?
Giselle to fall back off of Karen, okay? Fall back, boo boo. So next we have Kayonce. I think that's not really her name. I think that was a joke. I don't think her name really is Kayonce. I think it's Kiara or something. I'm not sure. But she claimed that she was upset that Candace and Wendy didn't check on her because she was sick. And she was like, they need to be better friends. She's surprised that Giselle checked on her instead of her true friends and all this stuff. Yet Yeah, it comes out that Wendy did check on her and, gave her a ginger ale or whatever. And Candace didn't even know that she was sick. The other thing is that we found out about is she's more friends or more have more of a rapport with Giselle, which Robin told us that. So I just don't understand why old girl would say this. Like,
Nobody wants
why
to
does
be that
she
girl on
feel the
vacation, but
need
it
to
was
bring
really
this
nice that
comment
Giselle
up?
came and checked up on me. I thought Wendy and Candice would have checked up on me before Giselle, but yeah, like girls, y'all know better. You know to check up on your friends. Nobody wants to be that girl on vacation, but
I
it
felt
was
like it was
really
some
nice that
clown
Giselle
stuff.
came and checked up on me. I thought Wendy and Candice would have checked up on me before Giselle, but yeah, like girls, y'all know better. You know to check up on your friends.
Just make it make sense for me, boo boo. Just make it make sense. Like, is you here to get to know the girls, or did you need to be pampered? I guess. I guess. So moving on. Uh let's see, who do we have next? Oh, so it was discussed that Candace and Wendy were making faces when Giselle was discussing her daughter going to college and how it was making her feel or whatnot. Um, I personally didn't see anything being talked about or any faces being made while Giselle was speaking. They were just waiting for the conversation to pass on because, for one, neither one of them get along with Giselle. So it's not like they were going to have much to say about it. Yet they're making this big deal like Candace and her were giggling, making fun of her, making her feel crappy about, her daughter going to college. Matter of fact, Candace was like, "Congratulations on you having one of your children leave the nest and going to college." Wendy chimed in the conversation and said, "Hey, if it were me, I wouldn't feel comfortable with my child going to that state far away from me. But that's you. You do you, boo boo." I don't think they were making fun of Giselle. I feel like once again,
It's no crown.
Giselle
It's
was
the
in her
Titanic.
feelings on some, what you say,
How you like
Karen?
me now?
So she was on some clown stuff, okay? That's just my opinion about uh Giselle being in her feelings per usual. Okay. Let me see if I'm missing anything. Oh, I felt like Robin was reaching when she said that, like, oh, they over here making faces and giggling and smirking while Giselle is talking. So what? They ain't gotta have no straight face. That who is you, Robin? The face police? Like, calm it down. I get you protective over your friend, and I completely understand, but don't nobody gotta sit up there and be a certain way with the Giselle. It just made me think about something. Hopefully, I wrote it down. All the stuff that Giselle be talking about. Mm-mm. So, once again, we're talking about Giselle. Uh
Alicia
oh. I
had
may
a
be on
real
the wrong thing. Oh
unexpected
no.
report regarding 150,000 missing dollars. We were gonna have your back till he right until he came over. She just didn't want his ass to know. No, he just said, where did the money go? Right, and you said we just gotta check the account. I don't know, I honestly, because I didn't.
My bad. That was the wrong thing. My bad, y'all. My bad. Like I said, Giselle is
This is
constantly
no
on
crime. This is a
some
crime.
straight up. What you say, Karen?
How you like me now?
So Giselle brings up to Karen how she didn't like Karen accusing Mia of sleeping with a rapper, as if Mia don't have her own voice to speak up for herself if she has something to say. I'm like, let this grown woman speak up for herself. Why is you speaking for Mia? Cause you ain't got nothing going for you. You over here worried about somebody else
Giselle has nothing
instead
going
of
for her.
worrying
That's why
about
she
your
has to take
own
that. And we know
business.
that.
It's sad when you ain't got nothing going for yourself. You gotta poke your nose in everybody else's business. Like, girl, find you a storyline, find you a life, find you a hobby, find you a business that you actually can really be intrigued and deep dive into and make profit from, instead of being everybody else's business. Because Karen, what is she doing?
Giselle has nothing going for her. That's why she has
Tell
to
them one
take
more
that.
time,
And
Karen,
we
for the
know
people in the
that.
back. She literally has to take jabs at everybody else because she ain't got nothing going for herself. It pissed me off when I heard that. I was like, let this woman speak for her damn self. What's wrong with you? Talk about you and Mr. Bryant. Talk about you and his new baby and stuff. Talk about you and that white man that you was dating last season or whatever. So then finally Mia speaks up for herself and tries to, I guess Giselle put a battery in her back, and she like, well, I got some tea on you and you don't want me to say it. I was like, I really wish Karen would have been like, say what you got to say. I mean, her confession, she was like, I ain't gotta hide nothing. I'm like, exactly. So tell the woman, say what she got to say. Because one thing I can't stand is somebody leveraging some information, some blackmail against you. No, 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 no. I'm not gonna sit up here and do anything I'm gonna be
This
ashamed
is
of
no
like
crime.
you,
This is a
Mia.
crime.
You the only one that's gonna be ashamed.
How you like me now?
So So we have Mia thinking she got tea on Karen, trying to convince the audience that Karen got something in her closet. Now, does Karen possibly sleep around with multiple men? I don't even care. That's not my wife. Why would I care? Shoot. That ain't none of my business. Only business I need to mind is my own. I don't care about another woman's business. But anywho, um, the other thing is, Mia, what you got to remember is that you trying to get in Karen's good graces. Karen not trying to get in your good graces. So for you to sit up there and say, I got tea on you, girl, keep that tea and keep your friendship. Throw that crap in the garbage, Karen. Forget that woman. Let her be on her own stuff. Don't nobody got time for that BS. I would have told her this. Straight up. As soon as she would have said she had some tea on me. Sure. F what you're going through. F what you're going through, boo boo. So, anyways, moving on. So, Giselle says that I forgot what she said. She said something about Wendy and Candace's face. She said, I think she said, I forgot what she said. Oh my goodness. I wish I would have wrote it down. But I think she said something like muddy face or something. I'm not sure. But my thing is, Giselle, my thing is, boo, we have to be mindful of what comes out of our mouth. We have to broaden our vocabulary so that we can be able to articulate how we're feeling some type of disdain towards someone without actually attacking them, especially their looks. What Giselle is failing to still realize is her privilege in her appearance, the way that society views her, and not taking that into consideration when she addresses these type of women, because society will also bandwagon on her viewpoint on these women because they are dark skinned and considered quote unquote unattractive because of the color of their skin. I think she needs to be careful of the things that come out her mouth. To me, it can be considered offensive, and it's offensive dig at the other person, and then you want to get, excuse me, you want to get mad at them for defending themselves when it's back on you. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be addressed again. Colorism is still going to be addressed again because people like Giselle is not being mindful of things that come out their mouth. She was upset because these women were making quote unquote making faces and stuff, and it's like they wasn't even really making faces like that, Giselle. They wasn't even making faces like that. You just all in your feelings. I just don't understand where are you getting this making faces crap from. Explain. I don't think you can explain because it's not adding up. So I'm just saying, I feel like Giselle be digging for just digging for reasons to have beef with people. Because I mean, what else is she providing?
And we know this.
That is annoying the hell out of me. I hope I don't sound like that either. Okay, I don't. I don't. I'm good. Okay. So was I saying? Oh yeah, Giselle. Giselle and her foolery and what you say, Karen?
How you like me now?
Just on something else. That's all I know. She on something else. So then this discussion turned towards Ashley. Oh no. So Ashley calls her kids nanny, and she like, I haven't been able to see the kids, Michael hasn't called me, whatever. And I'm like, Ashley, you need to learn how to detach yourself from your relationship and your kids when you're on this vacation. You need to be able to live in the present. I had a situation recently where my child went over to my mother's house. Uh-oh. Hold on a second. Okay. Are we gonna get it together? Get it together. Hold on one second, guys. Okay. I wonder why it's looking like that over there. Come on. Sorry, it looks fine on my screen, but it's not looking fine on my thing. It's so weird. Sorry, guys. Let's see if that works. Okay, it worked. Uh, Come on, like, why you acting stupid? Okay, anyways, we're not gonna let that distract us. I think that's probably the spirit of Giselle over here. She over here mad because she on some. What you say, Karen? Why is she talking about that woman like that? You wrong for that, Karen. Oh my goodness. Anywho, so I'm like, okay, sorry. So Ashley needs to learn how to detach herself from her children, right? I and need to, focus solely on the presence of the vacation. I had a situation where my child went to my mother's house, and I completely detached myself from that because I live with this person. So it's not like, I have to check on this person every 5 minutes and do all these things like call and say goodnight, call in the morning and say, hey, what you got planned? Like, no, like, I am going to live my life over here. I'm not doing anything special. And you're going to live your life over there. And then when we come back and see each other only in a couple of days, we're going to talk about what we did during our time apart. I don't find that being an issue. But there are some people who are so clingy. Like, I feel sorry because people may not be able to find a life outside of their kids once they kids, leave the nest. Like Giselle in her situation, her kids is leaving, so she has to figure out about dating. What is she gonna do once she has an empty nest? She got to start having her own life. And my thing is, my goal is hopefully to have a life outside of my child to where once they're gone, I don't have to worry about what am I going to do now? Am I going to be alone? No. That sounds like some, I don't know, like, what'd you say, Karen?
How you like me now?
It just sounds like foolery to me, but that's just me. That's just me. I hope the best for Ashley, though. I do hope the best for her in her situation. I do think that Ashley should only stand with that man for the money, though. She ain't with him for no other reason because she know he gonna pay them bills. And once she does leave him, he's not going to provide for her anymore. It's just something about, a man feeling like, well, if I ain't with you no more, then I ain't about to be providing for you. And it's cheaper. Well, it's already cheaper to leave her because they don't have a contract. He don't owe her nothing. What she told us, like she gonna be broke once she leave him, which is sad on her end. It's sad. But anywho, yeah, I mean. So they turned the conversation on Mia, and Mia says like, "Oh, I Gordon was a broke a broke joke, like I like to call him, a broke joke when I met him. I had more money than Gordon." It's like, boo boo. I thought you said Gordon was balling the first season you was on the show. I thought you said he was making it rain on that booty when you was on the show. Now all of a sudden, you talking about Gordon. Gordon is a what? Now Gordon's a peasant, huh? Now he is the dust on your shoes. No, 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 ma'am. Gordon is not the one. You, ma'am, are. Don't come at that man like that. Don't come at that man like that because he took care of you during before plastic surgery and after plastic surgery, before reconstruction and after reconstruction. Don't play with that man like that. And that's what Gordon's getting everything that he deserved because if I recall, Mia said that Gordon was married when she and her started messing around. So you get what you got. Okay. You left the good one who was on your team for a dusty, trash, falling apart cuckoo woman. Okay. And she over here talking about you, thinking about the other people that she slept with. You stay with the woman that's loyal to you. You don't go on with some trash. Now she talking about you throwing you through the mud and stuff. Mm-mm-mm-mm. I am disappointed that her and Gordon is getting a divorce. I had high hopes for um for them to be together, but I'm not surprised either because Mia's chasing after the money. She's not chasing she's chasing after love. Okay? Women like that, they don't give a damn. These men be wanting the baddest females and then what? They leave them once they lose that dollar. And they be like, "Excuse me, do I know you broke nigga? Okay. Excuse me. Okay. Oh man. They be like, "Excuse me, do I know you broke dude? Do I know you?" Then they be getting all up in their feelings. They be getting all up in their feelings when they get told that, and then they want to sit up there and have a temper tantrum talking about some. They want to get all up in their feelings, okay? No, baby. You should have stuck with the right one. But I will say this though. I will say this. The girls was looking good. Looking good. They was looking cute. I was like, of course, Wendy's outfit was amazing, but everybody's body looks amazing. They did their little photo shoot, and I'm gonna say the best photo shoot to me was Candace. I enjoyed it, and I liked Robin because that's me. Like, of course, I'm gonna be laid up on the couch somewhere, sleep. Okay, eating and sleeping. So then they get on Ashley at the luncheon. They get on her and they say, uh, basically what I see is Mia trying to ease the conversation or the topic about Ashley being a gold digger, right? And she trying to basically explain to her because she know Ashley gonna see it on television that her and Gordon, that Mia and Gordon was talking about her at lunch, talking about, if I was her, I would stay with Mike. What's his name? Michael as well. Because I mean, who gonna pay them bills? So Mia's kind of easing that in, like, you only staying married. I can understand you staying married because you got bills to pay, girl. And but it's not really coming all the way out like that. Um, but Ashley's like, I'm in, I have a life coach. I'm trying to get it together and stay focused. My life coach told me to write a song. And Candace does the most beautiful thing. Even though Candace and Ashley is beefing, Candace still finds it deep in her heart to encourage Ashley to stand up and sing. Not once did she feel intimidated by Ashley. Not once did she feel like there's competition with Ashley. If anything, she gave her sisterly love to say, stand up. Now, I wouldn't have handed Ashley a knife. I wouldn't have handed, oh, well, I guess Candace was the one that threw the knife, right? But I wouldn't have handed her a knife, but she stood up and she starts singing. And I can't recall. Is the song like does the song remind y'all of anything? The song reminds me of Ladies Night. It's Ladies Night and I feel all right. Yes, it's Ladies Night. Oh, I mean, that bridge, I could go on and on in the shower with that song. I might go on. No, I already took a shower. But anyways, so y'all tell me what song that chorus sound to y'all. What that chorus sound like to y'all? Because I'm like, that sounds familiar. It may be the emotions or something. But the part that killed me with that, I can't believe once again this woman Giselle is getting on my nerves.
Getting divorced is scary. You are raising the kids by yourself. You are changing the carburetor by yourself.
Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me. I find it extremely offensive for women to say that they are single parents, single mothers. Uh what is the other thing? Uh I ain't gonna say the other stuff, but I find it highly offensive when people say that they are single mothers because I'm like, a single mother is doing it all by herself. I think her name was Clarice, right? What's her name? Or Caroline? What was her name? Darth Vader's a girl. Oh man. Claudine? Was it Claudine? Yes. Claudine was doing it by herself. She didn't have no man. The daddy, she had about 16 kids in her household. Now, one daddy came and seen them ugly babies, okay? And a man came around to try to help her, okay? That's a different story. We ain't gonna talk about it today. But that's being single, doing it all by yourself, not having a family member, nothing, right? or even asking a family member. I find it offensive. What I think Giselle, even Giselle, I wouldn't say that because the daddies were present. She gonna say we had to change. What she say? A muffler? We gotta change the muffler. Girl, you hiring people to change mufflers. You ain't changing no mufflers. Hush up. Now, is you probably getting scammed? Yes, because you a woman. But that ain't the point. Okay? That ain't the point. The point is Ashley even admitted before she started talking that her kids will be provided for if anything happened to her by the daddy because the daddy is rich. That's not being considered a single parent. She has a nanny to give her support. Don't give me that single parent. That's not the same definition. That's not to me. That's not her mama is around. Her uncle is around. No. You better watch your mouth, Giselle. Giselle, you just to me, a lot of times you be on some
How you like me now?
straight up ass shit. Just clown ass shit. I don't mean to cuss. I'm sorry. But I just be like, bro, why would you even say something like, ugh, okay. But that's the end of that show. Let me just let me just read what I said. Correction, Giselle. Ashley is not raising those kids by herself. I find it highly offensive when women like Giselle say you are a single mother. Let's talk about what the definition of a single mother is. That means you ain't got not one person to watch your damn kids, or you're not willing to even burden someone with the watching of your kids. Um uh on the other hand, you raising those ugly babies by yourself. I said, girl, stop it. She is using Michael for financial benefits. She already said that. Somebody will be able to take care of her kids. I was gonna say something offensive and I don't want to. Um so we just need to stop it. Cut it, Giselle. Okay. So that's my review on the Real Housewives of Potomac. Let's get into Married to Medicine.
Have decided that we are taking the 5th anniversary Red Bull trip to Hilton Head, South Carolina.
Okay, so look, I had to think about this because I was watching Real Housewives of Potomac before, right? And they're in the DR, Dominican Republic. And I remember Heavenly suggested, or somebody suggested, that they should go to the DR as well, since what's his name? There's so many names, it's so hard to keep track of. Curtis had to go to the DR anyways. And I was like, yeah, a great idea. I wonder why they didn't jump skip. But then I had and Dr. Simone said, well, we already booked the Airbnb for this location in advance. And my thing was, no, I had to think about it this way. I said, no, it was because producers plan these events ahead of time. And yes, they may use these funds from one of the castmates who's deciding to do these trips. like Dr. Simone and Cecil do the couples trip every year, and they get a tax refund. Let's just be real, okay? This is called a job that they are doing, and which is a great job, and I think that's the field that Dr. Simone and Cecil should go into, is having couples trip and them hashing those things out. But that's a different conversation. Um, yet So I said the producers planned this, and they set all this up because how is it that both groups went on a golf course trip and the men did something else, right? I was like, yeah, this don't seem like and matter of fact, they didn't even show the guys in Real Housewives of Potomac. We haven't seen Mr. Ray. We haven't really seen Chris. Who else got a man? We don't even really care about Giselle's man. Who else? We've seen Ike, and we've seen Happy Eddie, because they're he's new. Ike is new, and Happy Eddie has a new business. But everybody else we really didn't see, especially when they were on the trip. But anyways, we're talking about Married to Medicine. So I think that the producers set these things up. And so I think they probably felt like they would definitely get kicked out of the Dominican Republic or arrested if all the ladies was out there. Cause I was like, they could have did like a collaboration, a crossover or something like that. While they were out there, they could have came up with something. But and then I felt like they both should have ended on the same day. They both started on the same day. They should have ended on the same day. But anyways, so I don't think that Simone intentionally set the trip and Hilton Head intentionally. Maybe the producer suggested that to stir up some mess. I don't know, because Simone was shocked to even think about something like that, to even realize, oh wow, um, you know, placed this location where my friend got cheated on. I don't think that was intentional though. So I don't think it's considered copper digging, the fact that she's excited about having access to the money. I think, when you single, you have to be on a certain type of budget. And then that budget expands once you have a partner. I can totally agree. And she gets to play with his money and go on a shopping spree. Why is you mad about that? Why are you mad, Heavenly, that she ain't got to go through the struggle like you and Dr. Daddy did? Why are you mad that she don't have to, scratch and survive to get to the bag like you and Dr. Daddy did? Like, this is not the same situation. You should be happy for her. You should be like, girl, me too. I didn't open the whole business because of having my husband funds and so forth and so forth. But it's like, to me, it's coming off as hateration to me. And if I was Sweet Tea, I would have told you this straight up. I mean, if it was me, I would have told you that. But it ain't me. And y'all almost got into it before. And I would hate to see two women fighting over something so petty, something so childish, but it is what it is. So I just feel like the whole copper comment, to me, it just don't make sense. Do it make sense to you, Karen? It makes sense. So anyways, moving on from there. Um, let me think. What happened afterwards? What happened? Mm, it was more. It was some stuff going on. No, you know what? I said this. It wasn't really much going on. Oh, let me think. Let me think. Let me think. because I'm getting Housewives mixed up with Potomac. Um, who is it again? My thing tripping again too. I don't think anything else happened on the trip. The one thing I do uh remember is that Sweet Tea said when she was on the Watch What Happens Live show that her and Jackie didn't speak after that. But they was talking, the whole trip. So I don't know what she was talking about. I was expecting for there to be a cold shoulder, no apology or anything like that. But I guess that was a trick on our behalf. I think they ended up going home, right? Am I missing something? Because I don't want to get straight to the good stuff and I'm missing something. Oh, you know what? It is something else. I remember. Okay. Okay. Sorry, guys. So we had a situation. So, I don't even remember the couple's name. The Nigerian husband and the dentist, the dentist. And her husband said, I'm over the finances because we can't recall where $150,000 went because, she can't recall where it went. And she just, yeah, well, that's why he over the finances. And the ladies was taking offense, but then, hell, you don't know where the money at? So Jackie felt like it was her responsibility to
regarding 150,000 missing dollars. We were gonna have your back till he came. She just didn't want his ass to know. No, he just said, where did the money go? Right, and you said, we just gotta check the account. I don't know, honestly, because I.
My thing is, why is it your place to question this grown woman about her finances? I think that was overstepping your boundaries extremely. Like, you need to mind your own business, ma'am. You got your own marriage stuff that you need to iron out. You should be butting your nose into somebody else's business like they're talking about. Well, what happened with $150,000? And then heavily insinuating that she put money away to leave this man. I don't know. That's a far reach. But for her to turn around and say, well, I spent it on the kids, I do a lot of spending on the kids. Huh? Kid, I know kids is expensive, but $150,000 is expensive. No, ma'am. Now that's a bold faced lie. That's the lie. Now, maybe she is trying to leave Ofuku. I don't know his name. Don't take offense. I'm sorry. It's kind of coming, then it's not coming to me. But I think it was highly inappropriate for Jackie to be asking this grown woman where what she was doing with her money. Like, mind your business, lady. That ain't got nothing to do with you. So before they end up going home, Simone had the audacity to call Cassie to say something bullwinkle crap like this.
It's a big deal.
Now you know darn well that's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. You know darn well they would sit up here arguing and fighting. You and Heavenly was fighting. And then and then Sweet Tea had the audacity to tell Jackie, what you say, Sweet Tea? What you say, girl? Sweet Tea told her F you, B. Oh, That sounds like I need to work on y'all friendship. And I'm not saying the OGs or anything like that, but even the OGs need to work on their friendships. It's kind of, you can't be talking to grown women the way y'all be talking to them and thinking you're going to check somebody or, have some type of hierarchy over someone. Uh, Patriarchy. Is it patriarchy? No. Monarchy, whatever it's called. Female, uh, female empowerment over me. Okay. It ain't going to happen over here. So I was like, Simone, why is you telling this bold face lie to these audience? Y'all not kumbayaing over there. Stop it with that. And then another thing happened before they went on this trip. Simone tried to address Gregory. She gonna tell Gregory.
Despite the fact that we have had previous conversations about your ex-wife, we are thankful that you were willing to come on this trip and trust that we weren't going to bring you any harm.
Yes, hunty.
Gregory was like, yes, hunty. Okay. Thank you. I know I came and showed up and showed out. I really was happy to see Greg back. I'm not going to lie. Seeing him back, it was like a breath of fresh air because it came off before he left like he was a woman abuser. And I know we kind of think that physical abuse in the Black community is acceptable, but it's not. But I feel like if Greg was going to be persecuted for those actions, Quad should have also, because he said that she pulled a knife out on him. And I'm like, well, shouldn't we have the same disdain against Quad that we do against Greg? I mean, are we saying it's acceptable for her to abuse a man? No, we're not saying that. At least I'm not, because it ain't making no sense. I'm just saying it ain't making no sense over here. I know y'all some Quad fans will make it make sense. So I think the last thing, you know what? There's two more things. Now, I like me some Toya, and I was happy to see Amina as well at the party. But Toya had the game twisted, right? She said, since I'm bringing the alcohol, I shouldn't have to pay for no entry fee to the medical Met Gala, right? I said, no, ma'am. Even though you may be using this venue as a way of making money, you still should have done the right thing and paid your fee to get in. It was only $1,000, Toya, for you and Greg. And if Greg didn't pay his, he's a dog face wrong, bull nose doctor. Okay. You're supposed to be supporting each other. And if they putting this event together and your name is included on it, then you definitely should have contributed, not just alcohol. You should have contributed money monetarily. But no, excuse me. Yet they still allowed your spoiled, temper tantrum self to sell your bottles and promote your business at they event, because my petty self, and Toya, your petty self wouldn't have allowed that to happen at our event. Because if you ain't gonna pay and do what I asked you to do, you're not gonna be sitting up here getting no money off of my back. But since you just felt so high in your position, you felt so right that you were not willing to budge, and you got Eugene, and I'm disappointed in Eugene for not holding you accountable and saying just pay it. That you could have, even when Jackie said it's not too late to pay it right now. What did you say? What did you say, Toya? You was on some straight up what? You was on some clown crap. You didn't even want to pay then. I got a problem with that. Boo boo. Get it together. Okay. You could have just paid it and moved on with your life and profited off of the publicity. Last thing, and then we up out of here, okay? Sorry it took an hour. Sorry for the technical difficulties. What is wrong with Quad? Why did Quad show up? And matter of fact, I was so happy when Toya left, but also disappointed that she didn't knock that lady down onto the ground when she passed her. I was like, knock her down because she thinks she high almighty. Talking about something, how would we speak? I don't know why you would show up to this event. That's what I'm talking about. Quad sat up there and tried to pretend to be humble on that trip. Say, Toya, I support you. I'm here for you. But then in the confession, say, why would we speak? That don't make no sense. You don't like none of these women, and we want you to leave. You trying to be fraudulent, but we all see past it. Even Sweet Tea see past it.
I'm good. Just come to say hi. Hey, baby, how you doing? Everything good? Everything's good. Yes, where's your husband at? I'm looking for him. Go find him and tell him he can come say hi. Dr. J, there he is. I'm good. How are you? You mind if I get to hug his neck a little? You ask him. Do you mind? No. How you doing?
You sitting up there. If I was Sweet Tea Boo Boo, I would not have allowed you to touch my man. I would not have allowed you to touch my man. It would have been a humongous problem. I would be like, FUB, you got the game twisted. No, you can't touch my man. You better go on about your business with that. But Sweet Tea is naive. And Greg over there, Greg Gregory was on something else, okay? He was like, shoot, I got two ladies on me. Want me. Hey. Okay. Greg was like, she said, do you mind if what'd she say? Do you mind if I give you a hug? And Greg
Yes,
said,
hunty.
he said, yes, baby, you can go ahead and get. Let me tell you something. If I was Sweet Tea, this is what I would have gave Quad. Okay. Sweet Tea better than me. He's talking about something. You gotta ask him. No. As soon as she was like, you mind if I give him a hug? You mind if I give him a hug? I would have gave her this. I'd be like, yeah, you want to give him a hug? You want to give him a hug? I would have said, suck my mother sucking poo. Suck it. You ain't touching my man. You ain't touching my man. Are you? What? Are you? You got to be stupid to think you gonna be you pull a knife on him, boo boo. You think you gonna touch my man? No, boo. Go on about your life. She ain't got nothing going. What you say, Karen? What you say, Karen? What you say? You said
Giselle
what?
has nothing going for her. That's what
These
she has to
ladies on
take
these
care of.
shows,
And
what?
we know this.
Ain't got nothing going for them, okay? Yet and still trying to be in another woman's man face. Yep, you lost him. He's mine. You may have had him once, but I got him all the time. He's mine. Okay, stop it. Go on about your business. But anyways, that's my review for Real Housewives of Potomac and Married to Medicine. If you like it, put the like button up. Please subscribe, comment, give me your viewpoint. I know you quad fans gonna come from my neck. Guess what? Guess this is what I got to say for all the quad fans that's gonna come from my neck. Okay, boo boo. It is what it is. It is what it is. We all got a day and time. But anywho, like, comment, and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good evening. Bye.